has to end now, Cherry Dern Balsam, and I want you to tell Dwistristle here that you and McCavendry have now reached an agreement to disperse troops behind the nth percentile by noon tomorrow. We have crafted a unitary approach to the Triune Treaty signing, and please be to keep your gristle on ice from now on until the deed is done. Brace yourself for a lick of twine from a wire sire left to disintegrate his young. I'm fine, but you might not be. I shine, but you might not see. I am an abridged form of Yahtzee where I live across from the frog, Kermiting top seek. Brittle weak flippers pop off and spill glitter, and you do nothing but grow ever more bitter. And I shiver to see it. Brita filter fails to remove your impurities. You're nothing but goo. Ooh, wee, ooh. Like a siren of police coming to get you as you mutter and flail, sputter and bail, flitter hither and there like you got snakes in your hair, scorps in your socks, faking a player with the cops on your arse, adding on charges while they charge you double for Adderall. That'll be all, folks. You're all jokes, too ball shy of working with a full scrote. Stick out your neck just enough to get full choked, frick you to death, 'cause you're all just some rude blocks. Chalk it up to you being chock full of dog doots and frog tooths, and my God, but your mom's crude. No wonder you're a blunder in human form. An incorrect number of peeps born it was too high, and now we are cursed with an infection of dudes, guys, and bros, each afflicted with a commercially transmitted infectious disease of the mind they barely have. And nope, things ain't fine. They ain't got a spine, they just got a mouth. Antibiotics would wipe them all out, right into the lungs like a cleaning UV in their eyes until they're no longer breathing. That's a great way to stop them from breeding, besides their personalities making them totes unappealing. Let's beam aboard their Discord and disgorge our defenses until they are writhing in pain, impaled on sharp fences, and make their teeth into dentures. Chomp, chomp, gee whiz. Oh, what a defeat it is to eat these kids until they can't do what they did and they can't stand for the brawly garches with their boots on our neck. They can fertilize the flowers with their disgusting melted brains. Check while I pelt them with plantains until they shut their mouths again. Bonk, bonk, blend, blend. This smoothie tastes like liquefied men and I feel revivification again. Can I get an amen at the thought of no more of them?
It was 10:30 at Bright and I couldn't get from sleeping. I'd tweaked something awful, but the pardee bit that made me meesters of all was the quest for the Mustang Stone, a mineral chunk with mystic powers to make anything the most of it of which it were to be able to be. With a power like that, it seemed that we could overthrow Lord Dwelver Swithin Emelven. With a Grange-like accretion of despair deep in my halter zone, we had no one to dismember at hand, so we ripped off their feet instead. It was a huge, big bug like a dog's stick. But when he saw it were his own feet, he shrieked ever louder, and soon it were a boomtown for all the ultrasonic barrier. I have a thing to tell you about the barrier. It's just a sheet load of cattle basting. It's nothing more than 16 cybercycles, so I eschewed all estuary donors until I found a shanty house with my own toast element hung inside. I had a 2B and a 3B, but when I turned 4D, I booped my own bimple and it queaseled it up from at feast. I quai and quo, who, he, I hold juries to sasai, I found. Orphiosi, Triven, Glebal, Bremier, Urt, Toinis. Zrats, Roll, Woimi, Dwying, Der, Sway, Do Yule, Ik Frarich, meine Quenchen Kitchen, countermanded. I hadn't novel in all Mern Loifer. Frangi Bweri Mulch, Bertoi Doint, Loike to not cry me again, yo spleeny nor yo weenie. I just angled twangled them allies go through and then you sleep out his plump out your wort wieners. Fa fa fa, haddy harda, who be bloody bumpers. Wub wub, bubby, blay breeb, wump wump, sprizzer. I slay the dern day. Moidle paddles and chunked up molies and molies puip prol. Drats fi moi good guard, girt glodied. Blay me bliome. There.
It was 16:30 when I met myself coming back from break in the downstairs hallway where I hid in the boiler room to smoke. I could smell the tobacco on my own breath as I approached myself. It was unlike any egg carton filled with miniature singing hamsters and this one shark thing that even I didn't know what it was. It wasn't like even an electric hamper filled with bark cottons or nail mailings or single-file shavings, files in iron filing folders, alphabetized in a numerical, hegemonic, harmonic memory-saving, mnemonic harmonica potluck. Chucking an unlucky duck at a rutting buck until it jumps on the poor little quack quack and roughs him all up. Hooked on phonics like you're hooked on crack, birdie goes snap and the deer grows another 2 inches of horn on his rack. Bonk bonk, back back. I shelved your shed for you back at the ranch and putting dressing on your wound to soak up the platelets and played up your wrist-linking cribbage patterns and cabbage patches, little snatches of melody from a tune long ago blacklisted by brains for recollection purposes, yet stubborn in its refusal to move. It glowed in the night like a glue gun poised for improper search and seizure. Petit mal attack brandishing a hacksaw and demolishing infinite dementia. Calque and puzzle plaque like a mathematical hacky sack and hamper. Attachment involving sarcophagus munchers and a blanketing stare that shepherds its intent deference to delineated paragraph pairings tokenized into unrefined definition, dictionaries peopled with peopling hash whistles, and crowd-repelling braid wivery and bannable husbandry. Ground truth squeals, and the top questing agent residuals relocate their harpoon silencers and squelch the nightmare back into the bottle, for all time dislocating the jaw muscles, responsible for prolocating the hinge of the voice palette into modus operandi filled with harsh sharpening waffles and dread pasting, credulity whispers, and even a kind of thoughtless swoon. Mondrian with draconistic plistesqueness diverted any sled of reemergent glistening papers and thresh wheat left to fry in the night of the sky leader, whom didn't much like being likened to mulch clippings and mesh tendings and making the most of that slattery clatter into deep pencils, sketch covered over with Viking tendrils and shanking delvers, poultry clappers, hashkit toggler switches, and carbuncle kettering crescendos that dimple up into a hard H that hounds you unto the preordained day of your demise, unearthly demise, perfectly so remiss in its feigned obeisance to divinity, but much mulch could be made by the bones of the host of the sky leader. Soon will die. Their flesh falls apart like an overcooked roast and yum-yum. My Bunyan Betties and Batty Boy boo-hoo-hoos. Whom's gourds to get broiled, and ain't that a crunch munch? Lumpers with dinky day, and we go boo-boo, boo-boo-boo with a ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. Cramp. Quimid worse not pay, ye-hay, ye-ay. Quimi dusen pue d bwils on d twimby. Irfuel oneers, pue d b-ulors are dwuken vayoi c-esses. Ubi nard blinkening werf dur, creoicris quiz crime criminy pillikers. Yodi, needer gritcher, safo j-o-b, pertin work and where you do your workies and earn big-time town doze money dollars. I've roven runny dwellers sir merchies, oi, sprendid wat mer blankies. Door blank to velours takje dos morn formu. Splendid on de yomnam dweel yurps.
I start staring, glenching, recit, bird burst, boidies burned, mur, baddie britches. These is a senius glimbo pre-crease, oi bring, kyled bar doors, goofy ma movie mur, dvor, twippy durndet, glormisort, feeble brisek burrows, short here glance, and vree didn't glursit boite heed, is it rep up blempeners, glee, glor mama, da dieder, dohtor. Gweeble fracid blood grab crumb in non-healed wart. Haste the wave would bow I dress and cry deedly Borshias boy house a glare a sanun horrible weber twin gleam hop Brenna twist schlein Bailey Bro goner Tween blister narim guanaher, flarged bright broth brother, blind use grill de dove moidal, hard thirsty plagues. Frilby torwaner, for idlid criddle drat mayonene mine, oi criddle te oi ve do. Drist like nor your deedly do, and moidal o croy may. Ripid Urdur, tres, creed, crud boy murdler, krill deed, dur, judge, kirilit der boy wiffies, burgled der, dern I moi der, deed, molded frithmur gurnies. Door Prooster Gwingaling Gunnies Inder, De Quatras Blut Wriggle Didi No Vrite Hard Krill Durst Goy art the Meatlar Dredector. He worst like you was got any gurns, pert thermorn these fringes and shown mer gruns grawl bark. Bert me vis loike, show dees and and gwyn bunkals, krilt decoy. And he were deed Bert, he were sticked deed and show nor foos whirl dee, preeps in quati court. Brim kriz oi krillit, deem viffies murgern.